Hey tubers, Bart coming at you with a short but very sweet mail day. I don't know, just got a little excited with the pickups, and then I won some stuff I didn't really expect to win. And there's always some good to that, but there's always some backfiring to that. So didn't expect to win some of these others, so put an offer on this one. Not a cheap card. Kickers are people too, but currently the most accurate kicker in NFL history, Justin Tucker. 2010's all-decade team in the NFL. This is his only rookie, and I paid more than I would like to have paid for a kicker and a raw card, for sure, but compared to what some of these have been going for, I'm pretty happy, and I'm even happier now that I have this in hand because I see zero chipping whatsoever, and you know, this dark border and everything like that had me a little nervous, but shout out to Justin Tucker. This one I will have to wait until, well, you saw it. Most of you saw they got rid of the bulk subs or economy submission rate at PSA. That'll just mean my next one is even bigger as it slowly builds up, you know. I've got 200, well, I've got 140 or so of mine and some other folks in there for a 250 card sub right now. But I'll have to save this one. I saved these bigger ones for my 15 free subs when I renew, and I don't need to renew until at least February, but I'm here on a 2-year assignment, and that is up in June, so I'm not going to renew in February just to sub in March and then move to a place that I just don't like to risk them shipping it to an old place or something like that, so I won't even do that until the next spot, so won't get to sub this for, you know, almost a year, maybe 9-10 months or something like that, but super excited for whenever I get to, because this one will do well. You know, I haven't evaluated it on centering. It looks good when you have this little white space here and that white space there. Those look the way they should be, so quite possibly a 10, which I'm pretty excited about, but a lot of money for a kicker. But I do like to stay on top of my future Hall of Famers and stuff like that, and as kickers go, that guy is doing it. Nice little win here, like 15 bucks. It's crazy how 15 bucks turns into like 21, 22 with taxes and fees and all kinds of bullshit. I don't know, it just kind of creeps up on you, and all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, I thought I won that for 15, but when the auction wins at 15, even when it, you know, finally ends up at 21, 22 bucks, it's still better than what you're normally getting. So 2000 Skybox Jerry Rice, I want to say it's like pop 3 or something, pretty low, not something I had. And with, you know, black and gold borders and stuff like that, I'm not gonna find one in a good condition, so I knew I had to go bid on that. Trolling on PWCC, I do think I put in a bid that I was like, you know, if I don't win this, I'm gonna lose it by $1, because I put in a solid bid, but I wanted it. It was centered nicely. It's definitely a 2, like it's graded, but that's corners and edging, not so much picture or color or anything like that. So pretty happy. Ted Williams, PSA 2 from 54, the orange. This one is the first one in this set, and it matches. I have the yellow that I got in this past year, and that is a PSA 2 as well, also with a Lighthouse label. So got a pretty gnarly crease right there, and then just some, you know, some smashed corners and stuff like that, but nice amount of left, right, and bottom white border for centering that you're looking for. And good color, good orange. Maybe a little snow on his face, not really something too noticeable since he's a white guy. But the orange is in fantastic color. So real happy to have that one. it's one of those cards you look at it and you kind of just puts a little, at least a smirk in your face, right? You're like, that's pretty cool, you know. Can't be upset looking at that card. So, 2 more cards. They're the same card. I have been bidding on this card for at least all summer, well, into the spring as well. As I saw prices creeping up, I'm like, man, you know, I want one of these cards. I'll keep bidding and see if I can get a deal on one, the right price or whatever. And wife's yelling at the dog. I ended up winning a PSA 2 version for a decent deal. So that means the prices are going down just a little bit, or, you know, leveling out, I would say. Leveling out's probably better. I suppose they were creeping up the whole time I've been bidding on these. But I also had some bids on some other ones. Again, trolling, kind of like, hey, you know, maybe I'll win something at a fair price. And ended up winning 2. So, finally got me a Koufax. And, you know, the centering isn't great left and right, but it's funny because these cards look very similar as far as centering left, right, and everything like that. But fresh lighthouse label on this one. Picture is doing great. I always, his face, is just something about the youth in his face, yeah, and the sparkle in his eye kind of thing. That's what I want in the card. So I don't like the ones with snow or anything like that. So the color and the pop of that were really what I was looking for. And then I'm always kind of looking for that lighthouse. The fresh one just draws me in. And so I won this as a 2, and I was pretty happy with that. And it does have a pretty gnarly top border right here, or edge, and then it does have a little crease right there. But I was pretty happy with that. The guy, he listed it with a kind of a funny photo that looked like this, that wasn't showing all the stuff off. Maybe that's why I got it for a decent price. And then I won this one at auction as well. First world problems, right? So obviously I'm not keeping 2. I will keep the 3 since they're so similar that I might as well go for the higher grade. If the 2 showed up and it was just nicer than the 3, then I would have been willing to think about it. Got the hologram label on this one. This one is not quite as good on the left, right, but the color and everything else here is even better. So 1 and a 2 and a 3, the Sandy Koufax. So one of those just all-time cards you want to have a copy of. Again, looking at that, how you gonna be upset? How you gonna have a bad day looking at Sandy, huh? Mr. Sanford Koufax. So great looking cards. Again, first world problems. 1, 2 of them within about a day of each other. Obviously I didn't bid anymore on the 3 after I'd won the 2, but the bid was already in there. And this is what it is, but I'll have to sell that 2 at some point. But that's what I got for you. So, quick one, but some good stuff. Thanks for watching. It is Monday, and hope you have a good week. Later.